Hello classmates! Today I'm bringing you a fresh review of the new PG-13 Blumhouse horror movie, Imaginary, available now only in theaters. Now this movie's getting absolutely trashed by critics, and I'm honestly kind of shocked. Imaginary is a perfectly fun popcorn horror flick that's aimed at preteen or maybe a teenage audience. That's what I was expecting, and that's what director Jeff Wadlow delivered. DeWanda Wise plays a children's book author and illustrator named Jessica, who moves back into her childhood home after her father ends up in a rest home. She has a blended family with her new husband Max and his two daughters, 15-year-old Taylor and 5-year-old Alice. And she's desperately trying to be the mother figure in the family now that the girl's mom is out of the picture. Alice finds a teddy bear named Chauncey at the new house and is instantly bonded to it. Chauncey starts guiding Alice to do questionable and dangerous things and tries to lead her into a gateway at the basement. And you can kind of imagine where it goes from there. And that's kind of the appeal of that simple story. It feels familiar or comfortable in a way. Possessed stuffed animal that only the little kid can hear and only moves when no one else is around, leading to a sort of finale where the child is lured away from her family and into another dimension. Sign me up. There's actually quite a bit more to the story here that I won't get into. It involves some past trauma for Jessica that may or may not be the reason why she was taken away from her father at such a young age. That part of the story, again, it's really not super compelling and maybe not necessary. Speaking of the finale, once things really get going, there's some impressive practical creature work and set design that feels creepy cute and pretty well realized. One creature they encounter makes use of an oversized hairy suit and puppeteer work. For me, anytime that a movie employs a puppeteer and credits them, it immediately jumps up in enjoyment for me. I kind of wish there was more utilization of the creature work earlier in the film though, as we'd really only get a full view in the last 10 minutes. Both of the young actresses play their parts just right, with one therapy session scene that really lets Pyper Braun shine. DeWanda Wise is fine as the likable lead, and Payne as the father is barely even in this movie, literally and figuratively. Buckley plays a mysterious and eccentric neighbor, and I'm not really quite sure the direction that she was getting, but her performance was really kind of all over the place. She could have been left completely out of the movie. So, the real question, should you go spend your hard-earned money to see Imaginary in theaters? I don't think it's necessary, really at all. Wait for this one to hit rental or streaming, turn off the lights, pop some corn, and enjoy this at home with your kids or your significant other. You're not going to miss anything by skipping this on the big screen, but it is worth a watch. The acting leaves a lot to be desired, and the story's predictable, and it's really more creepy than it is scary, but it's not a bad movie. I've seen so many half-star and 1-star reviews for this movie in just the first 3 days of release, and honestly, I just don't understand. I didn't expect to be terrified or traumatized here. I was expecting a fun, creepy horror movie that kept me entertained and gave me a reason to tease my girlfriend late at night with one of her stuffed animals. That's what I was hoping for, and that's what I got. So, it's a slightly above average PG-13 adolescent horror. So, there you have it, YouTube. I'm giving Imaginary a B-. It will terrify your 10-year-old, permanently scar your 5 or 6-year-old, and it's a perfectly fun movie to watch with your significant other when it hits Netflix in a few months. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments just how wrong I am about Imaginary.
Class dismissed.
I gotta get out of here.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
You're free to go.
See you next week.
See you later.
See you later.
That's a wrap.
Great show.